Hi friends, welcome to Talent Sprint's Banker's Choice program. In this session, we are going to discuss logical series. Logical series is a very simple topic from reasoning where we are supposed to solve the question based on the logic given. Here, various mathematical operations are to be performed on the numbers based on the conditions specified. Let us look at the first model here. Here, certain conditions are given which are to be followed to solve the given question. Now the conditions here are as shown in the table. If A is followed by B, then the operation to be performed is C. And A, B and C have been specified in the table here. For example, the first condition is if A, that is an odd number, is followed by B, that is a composite odd number, then C. C here is nothing but A plus B. That means odd number and composite number are to be added. So we can say that if an odd number is followed by a composite odd number, they are to be added. Similarly, the second condition is if an even number is followed by an odd number, then they are to be added again. The third condition is if an even number is followed by a perfect square, then the even number should be subtracted from the perfect square. That is perfect square minus even number. The fourth condition is when an odd number is followed by a prime odd number, then the odd number should be divided by the prime odd number. And the last condition is if an odd number is followed by an even number, then the even number should be subtracted from the odd number. That is odd number minus even number. So based on these 5 conditions, we are supposed to solve the question here. Before we move on to solve the question, let us understand the various terms given in the conditions here. Odd number. We all understand that odd numbers are those which are not exactly divisible by 2. So whenever we find a number which is not exactly divisible by 2, that is to be taken as an odd number. Similarly, even number is a number which is exactly divisible by 2. A composite odd number is nothing but a number which is odd and at the same time it is composite. Similarly, a prime odd number is a number which is odd and at the same time it follows the properties of a prime number. Therefore, a prime odd number should have only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. And perfect squares are those numbers which are obtained by squaring integer values. Some examples of perfect squares can be taken as 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and so on. That is 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared and so on. Let us now solve the question based on the conditions given here. The first example is 15, 8, 21, P, 3, 27. That is 2 rows of numbers are given and the question is if P is the resultant of first row, what will be the resultant of the second row? So we are supposed to find out the resultant of second row, that is P, 3, 27. But before we find out the resultant of second row, we need to know what is the value of P, and that is nothing but the resultant of first row. So let us now find out what can be the resultant of the first row. Now finding out the resultant of a given row is nothing but performing the operations as given in the conditions from left to right. For example, the first step here would be to take up the first 2 numbers of the first row, that is 15 and 8. As we can see here, 15 is an odd number and 8 is an even number. So let us now see what is the condition for an odd number followed by an even number. Very clearly we know that when an odd number is followed by an even number, the even number is subtracted from the odd number. That is odd number minus even number. So here I can say that for 15 and 8, the operation to be applied is 15 minus 8 and we obtain this as 7. Now to get the resultant of first row, we need to take this answer 7 followed by 21 and apply the condition which is applicable. So 7 is an odd number and 21 is also an odd number. And from the table we know that there are 2 conditions for odd numbers. One is odd number followed by a composite odd number and the next one is odd number followed by a prime odd number. So before we apply the condition for 7 and 21, we need to decide whether 21 is a prime odd number or a composite odd number. We very well know that 21 is a composite number because it has got more than 2 factors. So it is now an odd number followed by a composite odd number. And the condition is odd number followed by composite odd number, they are to be added. So So now we need to add 7 and 21. So when you add 7 and 21, the resultant would be 28. So we can say that the overall resultant of first row is equal to 28, and that is nothing but the value of P. So P can now be taken as 28. And accordingly, we are now supposed to find out the resultant of second row based on the given conditions. Now to find out the resultant of second row, first we need to take the first two numbers here, that is 28 and 3. We know that 28 is an even number and 3 is an odd number. So here 28 and 3 forms an even number followed by an odd number, and the condition which is to be applied here is the second condition, that is even number followed by odd number, they are added. So here we need to add 28 and 3 to get the resultant, that will be equal to 31. So we can say that the resultant of first two numbers in the second row is 31. Now once we have got the resultant of the first two numbers, we now need to take the result with the third number and find out the overall resultant of the second row. So as you can see here, the number 31 is odd and 27 is also odd. And 27 is again a composite odd number because it has got more than two factors. So it becomes a composite number. So we can say that this is an odd number followed by another composite odd number. And the condition to be applied is the first one, that is odd number followed by another composite odd number, they are to be added. So we can say that 31 plus 27 would give us the resultant of the second row, that will be equal to 58. So we can say that the resultant of second row will be equal to 58. So our answer for this question is 58. So that's how we obtain the answer for these questions based on the logic given. So a series of numbers is given in two rows and we are supposed to find out the resultant of second row by following the given conditions. The only condition which is to be remembered here is the operations should always be performed from left to right. Let us now take the second example based on the model that we have just discussed. Here the conditions, as we have already learned, are as shown, and the question is 85, 17, 35 are the numbers in the first row, 16, 19 are the numbers of second row, and it says if R is the resultant of first row, what will be the resultant of the second row? So as already discussed, to solve this question we need to perform the arithmetic operations from left to right by applying the proper conditions, and then first get the value of R, that is nothing but resultant of first row, and then find out the resultant of second row. And in each step we need to consider two consecutive numbers. So let us start with the first row, that is the first two numbers 85 and 17. As we can see here, 85 and 17 both are odd numbers. But as per the conditions, we need to decide whether the second odd number is a prime or composite number. So here we know that 17 is a prime number as it has got only two factors, that is 1 and the number 17 itself. So the condition here applicable should be odd number followed by another prime odd number. And that condition here is condition 4. Odd number followed by another prime odd number, then the odd number should be divided by the prime odd number. So here we can say that 85 should be divided by 17. Now 85 and divided by 17, we get the answer as 5. So now we can just leave these two numbers, and the two numbers in the first row are 5 and 35. Again odd number followed by another odd number, but we need to check whether 35 is prime or composite. Now 35 here is a composite odd number because it has got more than two factors. So we can say that odd number followed by composite odd number, and the condition applicable is condition number 1, that is they are to be added. So by adding 5 and 35 we get the resultant of first row as 40. So we can say that the resultant of first row is 40, and that itself will be the value of R. Let us now find out the resultant of second row. As we can see here, the first number is 16 and the second number is 19, that is an even number followed by an odd number. And the condition applicable is the second one, that is when an even number is followed by an odd number, they are to be added. So by adding 16 and 19 we get the answer as 35. Now there are two numbers in the second row, 35 followed by 40, that is an odd number followed by even number, and the condition applicable is the fifth one. When an odd number is followed by an even number, odd number minus even number should be the result. So by subtracting 40 from 35, that is 35 minus 40, we get minus 5, and that has to be the resultant of second row. So we can say that the answer for the second example is minus 5, since 35 minus 40 is equal to minus 5. So friends, as you can see here, the first model from logical series is quite an easy question which can simply be solved by following the given conditions and applying the proper arithmetic operation. Let us now take the second model from logical series, where a series of 3-digit numbers are given to us followed by a question. Let us look at the example here. The numbers given are 851, 743, 624, 319 and 298. So as you can see, there are 5 3-digit numbers given in the question. And the question here is, if the positions of the first and the third digits in each of the above numbers are interchanged, then which of the following will be the third highest number? So as given in the question, we need to interchange the first and the third digits in each of the above numbers. And from those new numbers, we need to find out which is going to be the third highest number. Now as you can see here, in the number 851, the first digit is 8, second digit is 5 and the third digit is 1. So by interchanging the first and the third digit, that is by interchanging 1 and 8, the new number which we obtain is 158. So as you can see here, the third and the first positions have been interchanged. Likewise, we need to interchange the digits in each of the remaining numbers and then find out the third highest number. So by interchanging the first and the third digit here, we get the number 347. By interchanging the digits in the third number, we get 426. The fourth number is 319, and by interchanging the first and the third digit, it becomes 913, 913. And likewise, the last number is 298, and by interchanging the first digit with the third digit, we get the new number as 892. And from these new numbers, that is 158, 347, 426, 913 and 892, we need to find out the third highest number. So let us now find out the third highest number here. As you can see, the highest number in the given series would be 913. The second highest number is 892, and hence the third highest number here would be 426. So the third highest number is 426, which is obtained from 624. So from the given options, we can say that the correct answer is option 3, 624. So as you can see friends, this is a self-explanatory question where we simply need to understand what is given in the question and then solve it quickly. But then the solution here can be made even more simple without writing any of these new numbers. The simple logic there is, once we are interchanging the first and the third digits, it is clear that the third digit will become the first digit. That means whatever is the units place in the given numbers 1, 3, 4, 9 and 8, they will go to the hundreds place. And we know that a number is higher or smaller based on its hundreds place, as these are all 3-digit numbers. So very clearly, out of these 5 units places 1, 3, 4, 9 and 8, whichever is third highest, that will result in a third highest number, as they are going to take hundreds places. So let us now find out which is the third highest digit out of these digits. So the first highest digit is 9. So when this number is interchanged, we get 913, and that will become the first highest number. Second highest digit is 8. So 298 will be the second highest number. And since the third highest digit here is 4, it is clear that 624 has to be the answer. So as you have seen, without writing the new numbers and wasting our time, we are able to find out which is the third highest one. So try to be a little smart, and the same answer can be obtained in a few seconds. Let us now take another example from model 2 of logical series, where a set of 3-digit numbers are given to us. As given in the example here, the 3-digit numbers are 129, 642, 921, 476 and 308. And the question is, if in each of the above numbers the digits are arranged in ascending order, what will be the sum of middle digits of each of the numbers? So as given in the question here, we need to first arrange all the digits in each of the numbers in ascending order. Ascending order is nothing but increasing order, and then find out the sum of the middle digits in each of the numbers. So let us first arrange the digits in ascending order and then find out the sum. Let us take the first number 129. As you can see, the digits of the number 129 are already in ascending order, that is an increasing order. So here we need not change the order and the number remains 129 as it is. In the number 642, when the digits are arranged in ascending order, the first digit will be 2 followed by 4 and 6. So as you can see, 642 when arranged in ascending order becomes 246. The lowest number, then the second lowest and the highest. Similarly, if you look at the number 921, when the digits are arranged in ascending order, 921 becomes 129. The fourth number 476 becomes 467. And the last number 308 becomes 038 once the digits are arranged in the ascending order. Now we need to find out the sum of middle digits of each of these numbers. So we need to take the sum of 2, 4, 2, 6 and 3. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 6 is 14 and 14 plus 3 is 17. So we can say that the sum of all the middle digits of these numbers after the digits are arranged in ascending order will be 17. Let us now understand how to solve this question without writing all the steps. As we know that the digits are first to be arranged in ascending order and then we need to add up all the middle digits. Now very clearly, when these digits are arranged in ascending order, the middle digit will be 2. Similarly, in the second number 642, when the digits are arranged in ascending order, the middle digit will be 4, as the digits will take the positions 2, 4 and 6. In the third number 921, when the digits are arranged in ascending order, it becomes 129. So the middle digit is anyway going to be 2. In the fourth number 476, when the digits are arranged in ascending order, the middle digit would be 6, as the number becomes 4, 6, 7. And in the last number, when the digits are arranged in ascending order, the middle digit would be 3, as the number becomes 0, 3 and 8. And now, simply by adding up all these digits, we can get the required answer. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 6, 14, plus 3, 17. So we can say that 17 is going to be the answer. So friends, as you have seen here, the questions from logical series can be answered in a very simple way without writing all the steps. So try to be smart and get the answers from this topic quickly. That's all from logical series. See you in the next session. Thank you.